Free wide in the corner, inches revving high. A southern tradition, beneath the northwest sky. Checkered flags are waving, hearts beat like a drum. Sasquatch roars for every single roar. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Whole Northwest racing, let the good times roll. These race drivers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, Northwest racing reigns supreme. Guitars are slinging, tracks taking a groove. Northwest boys got nothing to prove. Grabbing gears and rubbing doors. Northwest racers always bringing more. Oh, Northwest racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious soul. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Supreme. Watch Northwest Racing with Charles, Wesley, and Jeremy on LSRTV. And maybe Bigfoot too.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
LSRTV, your home for sim racing. iRacing, the #1 motorsport simulation of the world and the Community Radio Network, come together every Monday and Thursday night to bring you coverage of the best virtual drivers of the Northwest. It is the Northwest Racing Series, the Pacific Best ready to go. And tonight we are at the, oh, how do you say this, Jeremy? I miss this place. The Dormant Auto Club Speedway. What used to be, what now will be again, precision banking at its finest. Probably one of the greatest establishments I think that's ever made in the West Coast was this track. Now you can only make memories on iRacing. Wesley Outland, Jeremy Stanley, Charles Wooten on production. And Jeremy, what's your take of that subject of Auto Club and where we are tonight, sir?
We're at Legacy Auto Club. Like it or hate it. That's where we're at. They had great ideas when they tore this thing down, but now I think funding is in limbo and different contractors, so it's just a big waste, in my opinion, now. So yeah, that's what we have to work with, but it sucks. This track did kind of not produce, right, with fresh asphalt, but as thing got character in it, it became one of the best oval races each and every single year. But like you said, now we have to live it only through iRacing, which I'm glad we get the opportunity to do that. And looking for a pretty awesome race. It looks like we're going to get a little sunset tonight.
Yeah, this race kind of will be in the dusk till the night, if you will. Here's a look at the Kaufman Creative weather conditions. We kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Normally we show the race analysis, but air temperature 71. Wind speed at 13, 14 miles an hour. The mountains of Fontana, if you will. 73 degrees track temp. It is just around 7 o'clock, heading towards 7 o'clock. And let's take a look now at the race information under partly cloudy conditions. There it is. Race on. No fast repair. 100% fuel capacity. So the tires that you qualified on plus 3 more sets. This will be 2-lap qualifying, which is ongoing right now. This track is 2 miles long. So this means this race will be 200 miles, 100 laps. There you go. There's your math.
Fun stat here, too. I was just looking at it. Last year, your race winner and pole sitter was Dan West Jr.
Yeah.
And then Dan West is actually the same person who's coming off the last regular season point win at Darlington a couple weeks ago. So, maybe you can carry that momentum here and go back-to-back years at Auto Club. So I'm going to keep my eye on the driver, the number 55 here tonight, just because of that.
Have we recovered from, obviously, the All-Star race and what that was last week? That was pretty fun. What do you think?
No recovery. It was cool. That was cool. I really wish they would just 15 or 20 minutes, no cautions on that Legend Oval. Let's rewind it back.
Yeah.
But then there are other two. I love the fact that you can take one track and use 3 different layouts on it and produce 3 different kind of racing. It's so cool. So overall, great success. Maybe rotate it around. There's a couple other venues that could do kind of the similar thing. You could go Indianapolis. You could go. There's a couple. It was Atlanta, I think, has
Texas,
a section on it. Texas,
Atlanta, Vegas, I think. Yeah.
Iowa even has a road course.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool. Let's see it.
Well, nonetheless, we are heading into the final couple of weeks before the push to the playoffs. I cannot believe that I'm saying that with you, Jeremy. Obviously, tonight we're at Auto Club, and then the next couple of weeks we're going to be at Martinsville, Talladega. Wild cards in their self, and then that's it. The playoffs begin in 3 weeks. I can't believe that I'm saying these words, but it's a fact. August 11th, playoffs begin.
We're almost there, man. We are race number 14 of the regular season out of 26. So we're past that halfway mark. We're getting pretty close to it. And it's kind of crazy. This, like they say every year, years fly by quicker and quicker, and this one's no exception, man. We're already over halfway.
Yeah, Auto Club coming up again tonight. Next week we'll be in Martinsville. I'll be in Greensboro for the All-Star Games of North Carolina. But my intention is, and I think I did it last year perfectly too, Charles. I believe it was. I think I was able to get back in time from doing the All-Star game at Greensboro to do the broadcast for Northwest. The game started at 6:30 and 8:30. So, do what? I think I made it last year. And poor Charles. Can't even remember what he had. By the way, what y'all think of the intro song? There's a Sasquatch coming to LSRTV. Stay tuned for details, right, Jeremy? Like, what's it?
I think we had one viewer live as we went live, so everyone's on there now. Just rewind it. Past the last, you can miss the last 3 minutes of this qualifying. That's fine. Listen to the song. That's what's more important.
Go back and listen to the
Kick-ass
song.
song, by the way. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
AI people got it right.
None of this production, but it's fine. We're in the Northwest. I get it. You know, I never have to run into one of those, by the way, me being on the southeast side. It fears.
Well, I mean, you know, we can't go nowhere, Jeremy. When they put our name in the song, I mean, we're pretty much grandfathered in until death, you know. I mean, like, you know, it's like,
how can you get rid of that song?
It's like death and taxes, right? I mean, it's never going nowhere.
That's it.
Now all we need is a Sasquatch in all of our production stuff. Oh, can you imagine a Sasquatch running across the screen out of nowhere?
We need one of those cheesy GIF animations, please, Charles. Set it cycle
if Jack
through
for
the whole song.
This, we would love to be a sponsor virtually for y'all. Like, seriously. Yes.
We have prime location for that, sir.
Messing with Sasquatch. Yeah.
CRN gets a little behind the scenes there.
Oh,
Wesley's
boy,
a
that's
Sasquatch.
horrible. I can't
to
believe
those on
him.
YouTube.
Oh, can you believe the stuff he does to me? Like, well, wow, the things he says. That's why you need to listen on the radio as well at wearecrn.com, because you'll never be able to hear what Charles says unless you go to the behind the scenes, broadcast of the audio only, right? So, all right, I think qualifying is about done, and well, Ryan Bloom. What a lap, Jeremy. 39.539. Looks like he is going to be the top dog here unless something changes. He will be the man to lead the green here coming up soon.
Yeah, and he's got 4 poles. This will be his 5th pole. There's only a couple of drivers that have 3, Kevin Smith and Dennis Moore. Everybody else has 1 or 0s. So Ryan Bloom is just going to try to solidify the most poles of the season with his 5th one here this evening. As we got a minute and 17 left, it is looking crystal clear to me that the 25 will be starting P1 at Auto Club.
Getting ready for sunset, getting ready for qualifying to officially now be in the books. I don't think we've got any other takers. Got a good field, close to 20-plus trucks here tonight for the race. Kind of mentioned the point standings coming into tonight's event, obviously, for round number 14 of the evening. If you count, obviously, the All-Star race last week. That is a non-points event, by the way. So we're back to points racing until the push to the playoffs. And the standings coming into tonight has Dennis Moore in the lead, 27 over Dan West Jr. 36 back is Ryan Bloom, who looks like he is the quick qualifier. 43 back is Tyler King. Paul Newton, your top 5. Devin West, Sean Brightsman, Brett Johnson, Stephen Paulison, Troy Daggett, your top 10. So with that said, qualifying looks like it's going to literally run the clock down to the end here. And qualifying will come to a close as we are getting ready to get these guys gridded. Do what?
Said thanks, Ray and Scott. The 2 guys not posting time. Ran it all the way down to the 0. To end this qualifying session. There you go. You see the gray bar. That means it is over.
That's right. They'll start shotgun on the field. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce the starting lineup. By the way, Scott Hutchinson, Ray Fournier are the 2 drivers that Jerry mentions that not qualify. They'll start at the rear. Left they decide to scratch out. Here's your lineup here tonight for round 14 of season 12 of the Northwest Racing Series at Auto Club Speedway, Southern California. Ryan Bloom, Dennis Moore in the front row. Row number 1. Row number 2 will find Tyler King and Devin West. Row number 3 on the grid, Jeff Stabnow and Kevin Smith. Row 4 will show Josh Childress, Sean Brightsman. And finally, your top 10 will see Brett Johnson and the legend, Frank Harris, in the 77 starting 10.
And everybody else, row 6 and 11th, Christopher White, and then to his outside in 12th place, Stephen Paulson. Row 7, 13th will be John Ottenbacher, and then in 14th place, Troy Daggett. Row 8 and 15th, Dan West Jr., last year's winner here at Auto Club, and in 16th place, Corey Elfenbarger. Row 9, 17th place, Dana Rogers, and to his outside in 18th, Stephen Bartlett. Row 10, William Fletcher in the 28th, and then 20th place, Ray Foreigner in the 26th. And then the last entry here tonight, in 91, Mr. Scott Hutchinson. That'll be your 21 entry lineup for race 14 of the 2025 season.
Auto Club Speedway, where we are tonight, as that is your starting lineup for today's event. Again, as I mentioned, Auto Club Speedway now dormant, right? No more. I don't think we'll ever do anything there again. It's heartbreaking. So much for the idea of having the half-mile racetrack. But what used to be the 2-mile layout still stands with us on iRacing. And that track obviously is D-shaped oval, 14 degrees of banking in the corners. Front stretch has 11 degrees of banking. It is 3,100 foot long, while the back straightaway has 3 degrees at 2,500 feet. Track width is 75 feet with a 15-foot apron. And by the way, this track also has a 1.5-mile interior road course, a 2.8-mile sports car course, and a 2.36-mile motorcycle course. Well, past tense, did. I don't know if you can run it on iRacing or not, Jeremy, but did in real life, the track dimension and the AI overview, thanks to Google, of what is Auto Club Speedway. Here you go.
Yep, it's the pictures of this track from like the past few months is just devastating. You got buildings right where turn 1 was. It's terrible to look at. We got a full view here on iRacing. This is what we're here for. The better version of what's going on out there. Here we go, Wes.
Pace truck is in. Ready for the field to come to the green flag. It will be 200 miles, 100 laps. The push to the playoffs is on. We're underway at Auto Club.
3 wide already. Jeff Stabnell dropping back quite a few spots to 8th. Currently at the moment, 3 wide again. There goes Chris White up the middle, passes Brett Johnson like he's sitting still. Comes off the turn 2, the 24, 17, go door to door, 3 wide once more. Christopher White trying to go 2 for 1 on the backstretch, and also another 3 wide there. Tyler King in the middle of this one, he backs it out. So Josh Childress on the inside, Kevin Smith on the outside, and off of turn 4 to lead the first lap. The 44. Well, hold on. It's going to be close. The line. Ryan Bloom sneaks it in.
And you are going to hear us use the analogies. You're going to hear us use the analogies like Jeremy said about 3 wide and up the hill, down to the bottom of the racetrack. Because if you look at all those lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 lanes you could use, Jeremy. And if you're brave enough, you could go 3, 4, and even 5 wide around this place right now here at Auto Club.
Yeah, it's very common on these restarts. They're just scattered all over the place. A couple trucks bounce off the wall of turn number 4, completing the second lap. Ryan Bloom, 2 for 2 to start off this event. He goes single file in the top 3. Still a couple more. Oh, right there, the 21 there. Mr. Tyler King up to 3rd. Looking to take it from Kevin Smith. The outside here, Wes, has a grip lane on that 3rd and 4th lane, so you're going to see multiple lanes all night long here.
And they work their way back across the tri-oval, D-shaped racetrack. And really it is. If you look at this racetrack from an aerial view, it looks like a D. It really does.
No, it's exactly. It's a big capital D. What other? Just Michigan, right? Minus this track, it was just Michigan that has the D shape. So
Yeah.
I don't really count the Las Vegas. It's too sharp of a corner. The really sweeping one.
It's a mile and a
this
half.
one in Michigan.
Yeah, it's not, not class. Yeah. I actually did a broadcast at Vegas tonight.
3 wide again, Frank Harris, double 7. Up the middle here, Chris White in the 19, looking to pass here on the inside. Troy Dagan on the outside. For right around the 10th place marker.
Yeah, Jeremy, if you remember, Michigan, was around a lot longer, obviously, back in the 60s, 70s, and whatnot. But Auto Club in the late 90s, this was the track that was built to mimic Michigan of the Midwest for the Pacific. They wanted, and that's what they wanted to do with this place.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they did a good job. Look at this back here. That top form is gone. They're doing their thing single file, kind of drafting, if you will. But this backpack is still just trying to figure out where they want to be. Kind of looking over the biggest movers so far. We've already got a couple guys at +4. A couple that are, at least one, Frank Harris, is -5. This track is very bumpy, very abrasive. And so tire wear means a lot when you have a flat track going 200 miles an hour. So you see almost everyone single file getting off into turn number 1 here. There's the grooves. You see the outside lane by John Ottenbacher being used. Christopher White. They're exploring lane options, but a lot of the front runners continue to run mid to bottom.
Got a battle for the lead going on. Was a little battle for the lead for just a moment. Fizzles away.
One and a half second separation between the top 4 and everybody else here. There's like another group of 4 single file at the moment, 5th through 8th. First side by side here is Brett Johnson, the 7. And underneath Troy. Does not have it. The 99 gets a strong pull from the 58 of Paulison. Down that long back straightaway. And now Troy said, thank you for the draft pull. I'm going to now try and pass you the very next set of corners. He's going to have Brett to help him with that and gets it done.
Working his way down into the corner. Got stabbed now to his inside. Teammate to Team LSRTV. There's also Sean Brightsman. Man, I'll tell you what a week last week for the All-Star race for Josh Childress, the 39. Obviously sitting in the 8th position. There he is right now, just right behind the Team LSRTV guys of Stabnow or West Stabnow and Brightsman. And man, it was really good to see Josh Childress pick up the All-Star Open and have a good push in the All-Star race last week at Charlotte too, Jeremy.
I'm going to actually have you repeat that. I'm so sorry. I had a little cut out there on my headset.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I was basically just talking about Josh Childress and the amazing job he did at the All-Star race last week, winning the All-Star Open and then hanging with those guys in the big show. Yeah.
Oh, he did great. Yeah, in the Open, fantastic stuff. Shows up for the majority of last Monday. So, I'm hoping he can ride that momentum for just a little bit right now. Not looking so. 13th. We're only 11 laps in now, so we got plenty of time to figure some things out. But, yeah, any momentum can help you out at any track. Doesn't matter if you're going from like a road course to a short track or whatever the case is. He's going from a multi-configured Charlotte to a 2-mile D-shaped track. So it's kind of cool. very cool to see them do that at Charlotte. And it doesn't surprise me, actually, Wes, that all-star events kind of bring out things in drivers you typically wouldn't see them perform well at. It's just like just the feeling that you get when you go to those kind of events where you take your weight off your shoulders, you're not worried about points, you're just there to have fun only. And if they could channel something like that into these regular season races, it might make a difference.
Single file as they work their way into the corner. That is, of course, now Devin West, Jeff Stabnow, Sean Kreitzman right there in tow, working with one another. Inside, outside, in the corner. Boy, I'll tell you what. Right now, just kind of patiently working their way again back around. Turn 2, back straight away. Well, this place is wide enough, too. I mean, especially down that 25-foot back stretch. I mean, if you're brave enough, you can go 5, 6 wide. I don't think we've seen them do that yet. Right now, just kind of patiently knocking laps off, right? Remember, this series, no fast repairs, no stages. They go straight green to checker. Overtime, if need be, a couple of times for green-white checkers, but obviously these guys right now patiently just making laps right now, Jeremy.
Yeah, and you're going to continue to see them space out more and more. The draft is kind of keeping them at bay, some of these guys anyways, but when the handling starts to go thin, that just, you can't, oh, speaking of handling, the 07 Rogers just almost spun out into the door panel of the 39 of Childress, exiting turn 2, but as that handling, like the 07 goes away, this place just kind of spaces out kind of sort of like a road course, if you will, where you just, you know, you're racing the track and not the driver around you. And as you see that on the scoring pile, on their top 10 is already a 4-second differential between them and the race leader. So it's just somewhat of the product. But when you get the groups like this, who kind of stick around the entire race together, this is where it becomes really fun when they're running 2, 3 wide and they have no handling.
Tag it up high, watching this move now up on the outside lane as they put another lap on the board. This is, by the way, 16 or 15 of 100 laps with Bloom still up in that top spot. Look at the high side now. Dan West Jr. and John Audenbacher, Team LSRTV, right there again, having a really good run. 6 drivers on the team this year, Jeremy. And just waiting for guys like Audenbacher and Johnson to break through. Don't want to say it's been bad years for them, but it's definitely not been like it's been for guys like the West family, and Wright's been stabbed out.
Yeah, and they still might think it's a productive season up to this point. Of course, you want to do a little bit better, but if you kind of compare from last year to the year before, if you see a small improvement here and there, then you take those successes and keep working on it. Some guys just have that natural ability there, Wes. No matter how much homework you do week in and week out. Lifting points, turn points, tire conservation, all that is just somewhat of a skill more than anything. But we're kind of cycling through the field here. Ooh, close call there, 28 and the 07. It's a battle for 16th and 17th. We almost had our first caution right there off of turn 4.
Yeah, almost did. Boy, the back end of that truck just a moment ago, I didn't know whether to look at it or read it. Although it looked like it was a billboard.
James Vining on the YouTube side, so just wanted to say hi. I'll catch the broadcast after I get back home from the store.
I'm the cat man.
Missed the race because of the store. Can you believe that?
Yeah. James Vining going to the
he's out there
side. I think
buying
he's getting
milk.
groceries. I think he's getting groceries. Charles. Milk, bread, and eggs. Preparing for the storm. Power goes out. That goes spoiled. That always gets me about people, Jeremy. And I think I said that jokingly one time, but it's the honest truth. When there's a massive storm coming, what does everybody go do? They go buy out milk, bread, and eggs. Well, what's the first thing that goes bad if the power goes out? Right? I mean,
Charles had the best answer of
milk.
attitude. Eggs and milk.
Attitude. Charles is not friendly with storms here. He goes in.
You know what also goes out? Toilet paper.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I guess.
That does it. But the other three, yeah. No, you're
Horrible,
not
Charles.
wrong.
Yes, I do. I used some tonight.
Milk shouldn't be number one priority unless you have kiddos. But see, for me, it's
Well, I mean, you can have formula
water.
too, though. You need formula with water. You know, I mean,
yeah. They drink the
for
milk. I
me,
drink the
if I
water.
knew that I was going to have power go out with a storm, I want to get the bare essentials like what Charles Hooten showed us earlier in his man cave. I want to get Campbell's
20
chunky
cans.
soup.
Yeah, 20
You know,
cans of
beef
spicy
I want to
chunky.
get exactly spaghetti. I want to get crackers, snack cakes, nabs, chips. Energy bars or Nutri-Grain bars, things like that. So it's stuff that if the refrigerators and the power stays out for a long consecutive amount of time, you still can be able to eat. Because listen, you might not have heat to warm up your soup, but it's still okay. It's room temperature.
Yeah, it's pre-cooked. No worries there. And me being on the southeast corner where I'm hurricane prone every single year, I know a
Yes,
thing or
sir.
two about this. Know a thing or two.
How about
'cause
like
I've
the
seen a thing or two.
ready-made meals? Is that what they call them? REM? Ready-made? Yeah, MRE. Yeah. Shut up, Charles. MRE. Yeah. Ready-made meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Charles ain't even in the middle
What's
of
the actual
He knew
acronym
it.
stand for?
MRE, meals ready to
Meals.
eat. That's what it is. MRE, meals ready to eat. Yeah.
We got it. We figured it out.
Rich crackers, you know.
You know,
me,
Cheez-Its last the
eggs,
longest.
milk,
They don't
go
put
back.
air in those bags.
Yeah. Cheez-Its.
Chips, they
Cheez-Its?
fill it up with air. The Cheez-Its, yeah, they
Oh,
fill
man,
the
it's
bag
a
to the
rip-off,
brim.
man. It's a rip-off now. You get a bag of chips, and 9 times out of 10, the bag is gone by the time you get done eating them in a setting because they fill half of it with air.
Yeah. And
That's just ran over. I'm sorry.
Cheez-Its, they don't do that, so.
Yeah. Bacon cheddar Cheez-Its are my favorite. And the white Parmesan is good, too. Yeah, white Parmesan cheddar.
There you go. Set them up in
Get
the
me
Duos box, and there you go.
We're about to come up on the corner of the race being completed. Jeremy Stanley, Wesley Outlet here with you. And it is Ryan Bloom leading ever since the drop of the green, but Win Racing is right there in 1, 2, and 3. Of course, that is with Ryan Bloom, Dennis Moore, Kevin Smith right there. By the way, Kevin Smith was the road course winner at the Roval for the All-Star race last Monday night.
That's true. Trying to maybe pick up a win here tonight. He's hanging with him, man. You got your top two, your
right.
fastest, 44 and the 25. But Kevin Smith not running the wall line. You see it right there. Ryan and Dennis are clearly in that grip lane. Kevin, on the other hand, is trying to save a little tire. It's working. He's got the side draft. He doesn't have the full advantage of the pole from the 25, so he goes back single file. He has to work for this. But ultimately, this is the most way to save tire. And, oh, they just faked him out. They all go to the inside of turn 3 and 4. They kind of checked up the double zero, and it did. He missed his mark because they go to the inside. The mental game is now in effect.
There's Dan West Jr. He's an 8th down on the inside. Single file. Brightsman way up high. He's up in the wall. Sean Brightsman. Whoa! And he almost bonsai'd into Dan West Jr. DWJ misses him. And that'll put him in 7th. Brightsman back to 8th. Man. Jeremy, do you think the tires are already going away on the 46 early?
I mean, it's lap 27 here, yes. There is definitely some damage to the tire. It all depends on how much speed you're carrying in and what lane you're choosing. He's already in the wall. Oh, no, here we go. What a save by Sean. Yes,
Wow.
he does. Nope,
Wow.
he's getting loose still. Tires are pissed off at him, but looks like he's hanging on there, Wes. Yeah, we almost caught that first caution on live camera. But, yeah, if you're worried about tire wear before, now you are. He's definitely got those things pissed off at him. He needs to keep it cool and slow here for the next couple to reset.
Look at this battle for the lead. This is now Bloom and Moore. Dennis Moore up high. Ryan Bloom will not be denied. Here comes the crossover. Returns the favor on the bottom. We are side by side. Dennis Moore down to the lead of the 44. The man that is leading the points now up in front.
First lead change of the night happening on lap number 28 coming to 29. Should see that stat board refresh. There you go. First one of the night. And now he's going to run the wall. You see the sparks coming up a little bit. Ryan's going to go right on the attack. Door to door. Able to hold it there. Good momentum off the corner turn 2. Side draft and has to tuck back in. Just not enough speed off that long straightaway. And you have to go back single file to turn 3.
So far, we've solidly been under the green flag. We come to another lap on the board. 70 remaining. Jeremy, this race, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but man, it's going by fairly quickly here. I mean, we're literally heading 20 laps to the halfway mark. 20 minutes into this thing, dude. Wow.
John Nonbacher, way out of shape there on the top of your screen. Yeah, we're 33% completed almost with this thing. Just a couple more laps away from that, so that'd be 1/3 done. And there's more and more trucks getting more out of shape, but I think we have a great chance of going green flag to checkered with nothing in between. I'm going to say it live now. Sorry in advance. You have a decent chance out of here tonight, Wes.
Well, that'll be good for me because I have eNASCAR Australia in the morning at 6 a.m. U.S. time, 6 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 o'clock Australian time for them. So that'll let me get at least a couple hours of good rest, right? You'll be able to go to bed early. Got kids.
Couple hours of good rest.
Hot weather. Yeah. Why am I going to buy a refrigerator for, Charles? Why? I might get a soda out of the fridge at 6 o'clock in the morning, not buy a fridge at 6 a.m.
I got a mini Coke fridge next.
Oh, this guy, Jeremy, this guy.
But it's not a full-blown one. This man's got a full kitchen fridge next to his TV.
All right, but that explains why you have the things going on in your life. Yeah. He scares me sometimes. He scares me.
I mean, you've talked to him long enough.
It's oh. We are seeing green flag pit stops. We are. Oh, boy. Let's give him something to talk about.
There you go. We're 1/3 in, so you pit one more time around lap 68, and bada bing, bada boom, you're set up for success for the end of the race. Pending no cautions. Quite a few on pit road this time. Total of seven entries right now.
So 2 pit stops only, huh? Is that what you're estimating, basically? Two pit stops only?
0 to 34, 34 to 68, 68 to checkered flags.
Wow.
Thirds all the way.
So pit stops ongoing here.
Dennis Moore still staying out, still your race leader. Interesting call from this guy. He's gonna need to. He's gonna have to short pit, either the second or the third stint. Well, it'd be the second stint because he can't pit on the third. So this man is going to be doing a long run here and a very short run on the next one. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Troy Daggett on pit lane. Here comes Frank Harris, the 99 in the 77. Quiet night so far here at the Auto Club Speedway as green flag pit stops continue. Corey Eckelbarger now on the pit lane. Childress on pit road. All these drivers coming in. What do we got? What, set 10 trucks, 11 trucks? Here's Dennis Moore, the leader. He's on pit road now.
Sean Breitzman is going to be your new leader. Second lead change here. Virtue of only pit stop rotation. There's Tyler King. He's coming down pit road. So we got top 5. A lot of them in pit road this time around on lap 36 and 37. Still waiting on 2 drivers, Sean Breitzman and Steven Paulison, to make their way down pit road. Here comes Sean. Paulison down pit road too. Not taking the lead lap. Going to give it right back up. And it looks like... Brian Bloom is back to the front. Dennis Moore, after that rotation, dropped back about 5 seconds. Was the difference between his later pit stop versus the other guy's shorter pit stop. So now can he make up those 4 to 5 seconds?
As all that goes on, Ryan Bloom, who was the fast qualifier, pitted at lap 33, cycles back around again as the leader on lap number 37, working lap 38 this time by Ryan Bloom, the leader. Devin West right behind him by about 0.4 of a second. Kevin Smith is 3.5 seconds back to them in third. Then you got Dennis Moore. Then it's Devin West and Dan West Jr. and Jeff Stabdown right there in 5th and 6th. We watch this now go on as they work their way, Jeremy, back into corner number 1. And I'm understanding everybody has made pit stops now. Everybody on pit road has made pit stops now, Jeremy, as we head 10 laps to halfway.
100% of the drivers on track have made one pit stop. I do see the one all across that column on the SDK stat page. So it is right here what it is. The 5 and the 25 battling for the race lead. And now we got on screen 28 P12 right now, William Fletcher. Now to 13th momentarily as Brett Johnson takes a look. Can clear maybe. Nope, he's going to stay with the 58 of Paulson. Secure that spot. There you go. 28 back to P13, but it's a good little battle here.
DWJ, Dan West Jr. And whoa, here comes now the battle between Childress and Harris. This goes on in the top 15 or outside the top 15. This puts 19 trucks back on the lead lap. Eckelbarger all the way in 19th on the lead lap, Jeremy, but 38 seconds back. I mean, that's almost an equivalent to a lap to the leader, Ryan Bloom. I mean, Ryan Bloom's probably about to run him down any minute. As now Harris and Childress go at it again, and here we go with Paulson and Johnson battling for 11th.
Great battle here, and heading off into turn 3. Door to door still, the 7 and the 58. Best battle on track right now. Brett's doing a great job not washing up into the outside, into the 58's driver's side, because the new tighter aerodynamic setup these trucks have, it's easier to do at high speeds. Brett gonna run the bottom, Paulus into the 3rd lane, and he's cleared. Move the 7 completely up in front of the 58, and that should hold here on the back stretch. Lap 43 now of schedule 100.
Paulson and Johnson continuing to have that probably best battle on the racetrack, I guess, right now. Yeah. And we got a new battle brewing. Chris White and Tyler King going at it on the racetrack. We'll talk about that in a moment. First, we need to pause for 10 seconds of radio station identification. The Northwest Racing Series on CRN.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
And we are so glad that you're joining us on this Monday night. Northwest Racing Series, round 14, season 12 rolls on. The final 3 races after tonight to decide who goes to the playoffs. I'm Wesley Outland. Jeremy Stanley is alongside. Charles Wooten punching the buttons just after midnight Eastern time. And Jeremy, what a solid run we're watching right now between Ryan Bloom, the pole man, never looked back since he had some battles with Dennis Moore. Now he's about to have a fit with Devin West if he can catch him. And we're still seeing Dan West Jr. and Jeff Stabnow, a couple of LSRTV teammates, continue to battle side by side on a very quiet night so far as we approach halfway.
Yes, for P5 and P6, great battle between these two drivers, Dan West Jr. in the 55, Jeff Stabnow in the 24. And my eye has been on that 44 of Dennis Moore at the largest point of distance between him and the race leader was 5.7 seconds. He's narrowed it down to 2. He is crawling in closer and closer, about to pass Kevin Smith for P3. Under 2 seconds now. And I think this strategy call is going to work out.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I'm like wondering what's going to happen here.
Should be able to pass him.
Well, that strategy
no
works.
Here. I got, tons of lane
go
options
ahead, Jeremy.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a ton of lane options, and passing should be not a problem. Fresher tires. There he goes to the inside. Should be able to hold this. If not, it's easier to hold off at turn 4, but no problem. Level 0. Teammate, let him by. And now you see the top 2 on the bottom half of your screen. They disappear. Gap from 3 laps ago went from 2.7 to 1.2. Going to be there in just a matter of a couple laps here.
There is Scott Hutchinson of the 91 machine back at 17th. By the way, John Ottenbacher, only truck multiple laps down in 20th. As we approach the halfway mark, 33 minutes into this race, 2 laps to the halfway mark. A very fast one here so far. 50 laps in, already 100 miles down. Jeremy Stanley, what's your take of the first half, and what do you think we'll see different in the second half?
Very, very casual like California, I like to say. It's a driver's track. You have a lot more fun racing it than you do watching it at times. So there's been quite a bit of good 1-versus-1 battles, couple 3 truck battles. That's very casual. Been very fun to watch. Couple of trucks still handling. Couple breakaway leaders. Some strategy calls already coming up. So a good mix of stuff. The second half, though, it's gonna be more of just how do you tackle strategy. Yeah, obviously the 44 set the standard. He's about ready to pass both second and first place on staying out late on the second run. So then does maybe someone stick it out, lap 70, lap 72? So that's the kind of thing that I would be curious about for part 2 of this race.
Dan West Jr. trying to get into the top 5. You just saw a moment ago, and now we got a 3-truck horse battle for the lead. Trio of trucks fighting for P1, as now Devin West has ran back down. The leader, pole man Ryan Bloom, and Dennis Moore, Jeremy, has also entered the dogfight. Halfway home, 50 down, 50 to go here at Auto Club. They're in turn 1.
Devin West scrapes the outside wall, turn 1. Slows him down almost an entire second, and it will be there as they get down the back straightaway. It's going to allow Kevin Smith to be in the wake. Maybe make that pass effort here shortly. Easy pass for the 44. Now he just has to pass one more driver for position. And it's going to be Ryan Bloom, the leader of, I think, majority of the laps led here this evening. 0.1 is the gap on lap 52.
Under 50 remaining. And there goes that battle down between Stabdown and King. This heats up for 5th spot. Dan West Jr. watching along. Stabdown said, I got to get around DWJ, and now he's got to get around the 21. King on the inside, 3 lanes below. Stabdown trying to go high. Now the crossover. Slide job, dirt track style. Here comes Stabdown to return the favor. Down to the bottom of their side-by-side. Give Stabdown 5th as they go back to turn 1. He'll pull up in front of King and to go into the corner.
Good crossover there. Crisscross applesauce on the front straightaway. Just like that, Tyler King in turn 1 and turn 2. Gives him exactly what he just received a half a lap ago. Now we're going to do it once more back straightaway. This would be a little more efficient, being halfway down it, headed to turn 3. He's got him cleared now. Can the 21 throttle up? He does. Meets him almost door to door. A little more gas input there is going to keep him in line. He's going to take that spot away. So great try by Stabdown, but ultimately Tyler King is going to hold on to that. for your top 5 position, which is good for the stat column sheet.
And with that pass, we are going to step away and take a break. If something happens, we will break in, but we will thank our sponsors and be back from Auto Club. Second half of the race, the Northwest Racing Series, when we return.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race, and you can 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
We welcome you back to Auto Club Speedway. We are narrowing the end of the second half of this race. Jeremy Stanley, Wesley Outland here with you as we're closing in on lap number 60. A very calm, cool, collective race. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the race analysis. I don't think it's really changed much at all with the exception of maybe 4 lead changes. That's it. By the way, that's brought to you by Virginia811.com, reminding you, dig with care. No cautions, no caution laps so far, Jeremy. 58 green flag laps. Lead changes are 4. Some of those happened on track, but most of them happened whenever they were making green flag pit stops. And I got a feeling, as you said, in the next less than 10 laps, they'll be doing that again.
Yep. I'm going to say there's going to be a couple of drivers that venture out like Dennis Moore did and go maybe lap 72 at the furthest. But most of them will be lap 68, 69, which is right in that 10-lap scope. So we'll see. We'll see who does that first. I know a good chunk of the field, Wesley, did come down around lap 34, 35. So that'll be your 68, 69 lappers as they try to just complete this race equally in thirds. But obviously the 44 had the best strat, so maybe we'll see some more people that tries it for the second part.
By the way, Dennis Moore obviously came into tonight's race with the points lead, 27 points ahead of Dan West Jr. Now remember, last time they ran a points race was Darlington. Jeremy, because last week the All-Star race at Charlotte was non-points.
That's true. We had an off week, then we had an all-star race. People are like, Darlington, what happened? That was June 23rd, 3 weeks ago. Almost a whole month since our last points race for the Northwest Truck Series. We're back at it live at the Simulated Legacy Auto Club. And Ryan Bloom, I've been watching the stat column here. After Dennis got about a 1/10 of a second cleared, he's unable to get any further without the draft help. So we might see another attempt for a pass for the lead. But right now we're focused on a couple of drivers throughout the field, giving them some loves. There's a couple of short, close battles going on, but this is for the most important one right here, P1.
By the way, the ARCA Northwest Racing Series will be back in action this Thursday night. And we are going to Iowa Speedway, the track that had tornadoes in real life on Friday at the NTT IndyCar Series event. They did get the races in, though, by the way. But there was a tornado there. Yeah, Sunday was beautiful. There was a tornado, though, that hit the track on Friday during practice. Practice actually got scratched because of the severe weather. But nonetheless, we are going to virtual Iowa Speedway this Thursday night for 150 laps with the ARCA cars. Should be a good one. Martinsville next Monday night. That'll be a fun one. Short track racing at Martinsville. Yeah.
I have some terrible experience from a broadcast perspective. A couple years ago, we had a league that ran Martinsville. And between the two races, check this number out. They did 200 laps each. 2 races. They combined for 55 cautions.
Oh, wow.
5-5. 30 in one race, 25 in the next year's race. So, and that was in trucks too, believe it or not. So I'm really hoping that as Jeff Sabnell takes evasive maneuvers to move around Tyler King, and so does Dan West Jr. here. Almost making some contact, but yeah, I'm expecting a much cleaner product from the Northwest boys as they tackle Martinsville. Charles doesn't agree. I'm gonna be surprised, he said. What do you think, Wes?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, you know. I remember back during, I think, man, I'm going to say it was COVID 2020. Me and Charles did it wasn't Northwest, I promise you. It wasn't the Northwest. It was another league that we worked with. They had, what, Charles, 30, 33, 35 cautions in one night at Bristol, I think it was. And that was like a record. And then I remember another night we did a league where, Jeremy, there were so many cautions at Martinsville, as a matter of fact. The time ran out. The race got called. Here comes green flag pit stops exactly on lap number 66. Here comes the leaders. Ryan Bloom and Devin West giving up a top 5. They're on pit road. And the money stop, as you just said.
Yeah, 1 lap shy than what I even predicted. And so they're going to have to run their longest stint on stint number 3. So this will be fun to see how they manage the tire wear in the first 5 laps. Those first 5 opening laps after pit stops is key to making the early pit stop work great. Because if you just run qualifying laps out there, you can just forget about getting the checker flags here this evening. Drivers down now. And we're probably going to see a lot more coming in the next lap or two. Here we go, 24:55.
Money stop, as you said, ongoing right here. This is it.
Only 2.
By the way, some 2. Yeah. Let's see here. What was I looking at? Some big numbers tonight, by the way. Jeff Stabnow on the road to the Northwest 500, Jeremy. Tonight is career start number 478 for him. Sean Breitzman, career start 446. John Audenbacher, though he's a couple of laps down and now out of the race, it's career start number 433. Frank Harris on the road to 400. He's at career start 389 tonight. By the way, Brian Barnes made his 200 start with the ARCA series on Thursday. So there's just some of the tidbits of high numbers for drivers. By the way, still the all-time leader with the most wins is Sean Breitzman, hands down, at 81.
It's dedication to the league that Sean Breitzman has, as we got one more pit stop this lap. Driver the number 23, Mr. Bartlett. One lap down. He is, so see Christopher White in the 19. He's down pit road. Troy Dagan the 99. Also down, these two are on the lead lap. Certainly give up their spots within the top 10. We're on lap 70 now. We're still waiting on 3 drivers, 4, 5 to make pit stops. 5, maybe even 6, and that's it. And here comes the 00. Clean entrance, very fast entrance, so good job there from Kevin. You got Dana Rogers behind him.
Oh, boy. Understand Dana Rogers has got a black flag here, Jeremy.
How did we do that? Was it too fast? Had it been too fast. Very interesting. We finally had a hiccup from somebody. Here's your race leader, lap 71 to 72. The very end of that mundo that I gave. That's going to be it for the 44. Waiting on. See if Tyler King comes down. Does not. New race leader, Tyler King. Sean Breitzman looks like he's in, possibly. Nope. That's not him. That's Brett Johnson.
Now, my question is this, Jeremy. Could we literally have these green flag pit stops happen and then a late race caution, and then that just throws everything out the window?
Yeah, it would, because everyone has one more set of tires on pit road. Between both pit stops, that's two sets. You get one more. So everyone will come down for fresh tires, and then they will just have a nice little shootout and have some fun with it. So it would change up all the calls people thought about for the next long while of what time to pit, what time to not, and it would just be a shootout. But I don't see that happening. It's been just so clean. I don't think there's going to be a problem here.
Looking at possibly another caution flag-free race. We narrow down the finish of this one.
Charles doing some mouth singing in the background here.
Here's a quick statistic, Jeremy. The last time that we had a caution-free race was on a track of this configuration. Can you guess where it was?
Talk to me, Hughes.
Michigan, May 19th, 2025. 0 cautions at the 200-miler at Michigan this season. Kansas was also a caution-free race.
Okay. Dorothy cleared out of the tornadoes. That makes sense. Oh, Brightsman. Slideways. Still able to service the truck.
Those are the only 2 races this year that have been caution-free. This would make the third one if it happens. 25 to go.
It will. No doubt in my mind. We're going green flag, coast to coast.
I mean, it's pretty calm. I mean, I'm looking at the track map, and I mean, you just see trucks scattered all around the racetrack. There's really no big battles going on, except maybe Tyler King and Chris White here. That's for what, 7th and 8th? I mean, that's it.
That's literally it. Just like that. It's good to see the 5 getting some lap sled in this thing. 2.5 second lead over the 25. It's kind of holding up well there. Looking at the lap times. 5 and the 25 are running identical times right now. It's kind of surprising to see. Dennis Moore, he needs to recover a little bit quicker. He's making some time here, it looks like, but he's got to make it that 5.5 seconds again. A little bit further back than his first round of pit stops. Just because everybody else pitted a lap or 2 before he did on the first set. So Ryan's got to get some work to get back to the front where he's been for, I think, half this race. And then Dennis Moore still closing in. So got to keep that pace up for another 33 laps. Sorry, 23.
Devin West up in front. Ryan Bloom 2.7 seconds back. Johnson right there along with Brightsman. Top 10 battle. Everything else very quiet there. Devin West, Ryan Bloom, Dennis Moore, Kevin Smith, Dan West Jr., Jeff Stabnow, Tyler King, Chris White, Troy Daggett, Paulison, and Childress. A little side door slam for a moment. Childress went up the hill. That's going on for the top 15, 13th and 14th on track there, Jeremy. And we're under 25 to go.
It was a decent little battle there. 46 and the 7. That's Brightsman and Johnson. They're 0.3 apart from one another. Might be a decent battle on track right now. There's Brett Johnson in the 7. There's 46. They've got about 0.4 now, so a little bit more separation from Sean. And that's about it. Everybody else has got multiple seconds between them, so I'd say this pack is probably the most interesting one. He'd only be in 0.4 out. You see him running the second groove there. Very casual lane.
R3 mix, to answer your question, Devin got past Bloom for pitting. I want to say that Devin West pitted at lap 66. He beat Ryan Bloom out on the racetrack. They both pitted on lap 66. And for that reason, Devin West got the lead. Better pit cycle for the 5. And obviously, they both pitted. So we're seeing possibly, Jeremy, with now 20 laps to go here at the line, was Devin West saving something? Was he holding out, not showing his cards to Ryan Bloom or even Dennis Moore for that matter? And Devin West now back up in front here.
It's hard to tell.
And I'm also understanding that Devin West was only in his pit box for 3.7, 3.8 seconds. So, Jeremy, I wonder if he just took fuel only.
That's what it sounds like, and that's why he's out here. I'm surprised he's able to keep up with Ryan Bloom, though, but Dennis Moore's already closed in 3 seconds since we talked about him 5 laps ago, so Dennis is trucking. He will be there based on the average lap time. as he makes the pass 3 wide here.
Whoa!
Second position. Little hairy situation there. Clears them both. Now he's got 2.3 to catch the number 5, which I think that's going to be a no-brainer. 44 is
That
setting
was
the sail
William
and
Fletcher, by the way.
trying to get his win.
The Texaco colors, the Texaco Haviland colors of William Fletcher getting bypassed by Win Racing teammates of Ryan Bloom and Dennis Moore. They're both now in second and third. Dennis Moore just blew the doors off on the 25. And now Dennis Moore, points leader, setting his sights 2.3 seconds back now to Devin West. Can he catch him? 18 to go.
A lot of fast guys running that second lane from the bottom in turn 1 and turn 2. Seems to be the favorite lane in general for the most consistency in tire wear, the best speed. As you're looking at back a little bit, here's the 23. 1 lap down, Mr. Fletcher.
What is it we say, though, Jeremy?
Bartley, rather.
Catching them one thing, passing them is another.
At most tracks, yes. This track, if you have help on the outside to help propel you, it's very difficult on the inside to make the pass. It is kind of tricky, but you see it here. Grip patch for Mr. William Fletcher, trying to get what he can there. But if you got no assistance or mess up like that, you're going to just quickly open the door for the 00. Kevin Smith, take that spot, that position on track. Moment. To the bottom, those 2 guys go. William to the 4th lane. Exploring options here. 17 to go. Now 16 to go left at Auto Club.
There is the driver in that Win Racing bomb speed. Number 44, Dennis Moore, the points leader. On the hunt to run him down. Dennis Moore looking if he can finish it off strong tonight. Looking for his 4th win. He is currently tied with Devin West of 3. If Devin was to win this race with now 15 to go, there would be it would be his 4th win as well. At the line, 15 to go. Devin West is under attack. 0.3 of a second. Dennis Moore now split between Childress and West for the lead there. Jeremy heading to 3.
Good little 3-truck race right now. We all know the 44 is going to take over, but at the moment it looks like a nice little 3-truck race on your screen. Clears Childress. Childress then almost goes up to the outside wall to catch some draft. Almost slammed the wall. But now there goes the 44. Good night. Over the 39. And now looking to the inside for potentially your final lead change of the night. Just like that. Swoops in. Door. We won't have him cleared till turn 3. 5's going to play a little defense here, Wes. He's not going to give up just easy, or too easy, but here we go. 44, too much speed. Takes the lead.
And that just shows you how good of a truck he has. I mean, pretty much it was down to Ryan Bloom and Dennis Moore all race. Devin West got up there, showed something. But there's the equivalent of bringing a knife to a gunfight because he used fuel only, did not get tires. Dennis Moore did. Track position more important than getting 4 tires for the 5. And now he has got to try to save something here if he can, which will Jeremy to try to catch Dennis Moore.
Nothing's going to be able to catch Dennis Moore. He is setting sail. 12 to go. And don't even have to look at the rear view mirror. He's got nothing in front, nothing behind. Mr. Devin West, same deal. He's got 2.5 seconds back between him and third place. And those guys can just forget about that piece of glass there in the middle, that mirror, and just look over the dashboard and drive away. That's exactly what Dennis is going to be doing here.
To the finish we go. And now closing in on a 10 laps remaining here tonight. Martinsville next week. Don't forget Northwest ARCA Series. By the way, that was Ryan Bay who was asking questions in regards to Devin West and Dennis Moore. Thank you, Ryan Bay. Ryan Bay's had a good year in ARCA for his inaugural season with us. There goes Stabnow and White. They battle. That's for 7th. We're closing in on 90 down and 10 to go here at Auto Club, Jeremy.
Last 10 laps. We're going to watch this 44 set sail, but in the meantime, we have some battles on track still to cover. Looks like position change, 55 Devin West, 19 Chris White. These two guys on top of each other here on the pylon and on your screen. You got Brightsman and Johnson. They're 3/10 away from each other. Jeff Stabnow on the 24. Looking at the back bump of the 19, Chris White. Halfway down the back straight here.
By the way,
staying with it, man.
Michigan a couple of weeks ago, Jeremy, that went caution-free.
Yeah.
Devin West beat Dennis Moore. Now, Dennis Moore in front of Devin West.
There you go. Yeah. Good call there. I'm just kind of surprised, Wes, at how you can pit so late into the run and make up all your ground and then some. When the other guy had so much longer time on a fresher set of tires. To me, that's a clear advantage. But then somehow the plateau effect happens and you just do way better when you pit later in the run.
And the way it is spread out, the only way that I could see an LRC coming out is if Barney trips and falls over the flag stand. But Barney has done some crazy things, as Charles said. Oh, 8 to go. Trying to finish it out. Coming up post-race. We're going to make it quick tonight because I got to get up at 6 a.m. We'll grab the thoughts of the drivers. Jeremy will get on out of here. Jeremy, what's your plans the rest of the week till Thursday, man? You going to just chillax and enjoy the hot weather? Hot weather down in Florida, the humidity? Huh?
The hot weather, bro. Tomorrow is my catch up on paintwork stuff. And then Wednesday I have a broadcast with the other group I broadcast with, and NWTS. I work with him. That's where I was originally found from when Jason Rockefeller was here, and I kind of covered for him, and now I just blended in with the family over here. So
Jason Rockefeller, that's a name that we ain't heard from in a long time. Wow, didn't he used to work with us? He did.
Yeah,
he just disappeared
2 years ago.
Right?
He was in it. Much better broadcast voice than me too, by the way. He's got it. He needs to get through schooling and get some time to himself. He'll be back full. Yeah. School and work out 100% focused. So that's cool.
Going on in his life.
So brought me here, and so I'm gonna do broadcast on Wednesday for a Super Speedway series, and Thursday I got both. I do Nerd TV for an ARCA series, and then I jump right over here half hour later and do the other ARCA series.
There you go. Ours is better, right?
The on-track performance, absolutely, all day. The other league is they're a startup league, and it is,
it's a lot of
there's
wrecks.
some pains. there's some growing pains. So I can't blame them all. But
got you.
man, it's
I got
it's rough. That's okay.
Yeah, so I've got to get up and do eNASCAR Australia at 6 a.m., which is 8 o'clock Australia time tonight. What T-minus what? 5 hours and 20 minutes, I guess? Yeah. And then I have V-Speed for the...
Yeah.
5 hours from now, yeah. And then I have V-Speed for the QSR Cup Series. So...
Yeah, you got
always enjoy working though. With I am. I'm starting to expand and branch out a little bit. Elevated. We're doing
cool
a Firecracker 400, but Charles will but I will always still be devoted to LSRTV. That was my comeback, and I love these guys in the Northwest. 3 laps to go. There's Dennis Moore. I'm the one that catches the hell. You don't get anything, Jeremy. It's always me. You know that?
I haven't been here. I'm not tenured enough. There'll be one moment where I just graduate without being told.
I just can't. I just can't catch a break, man. I just ignore him. It's just ignoring. I've worked with him long enough to ignore him. 3, make it 2 to go. Penultimate lap at 4 miles remaining with Dennis Moore in the lead. By the way, he's looking for his 4th win of the season. He pulls it off. Right now, the man that came in with a 27-point lead over Dan West Jr. Career start season will be number 14. Will now be 4 wins, 3 poles, 10 top 5s, 11 top 10s. That is consistency at its finest, Jeremy. And in career start number 172, the Northwest for Dennis Moore, it will be his 19th career win, 77th top 5, 119th top 10. He's coming to the CRN, 1 to go. White flag, 1 lap remains for Dennis Moore.
1 lap to go, less than 2 miles left for this guy. And we are going to go from green flag to checker flag with no interruptions all the way through. Half a lap left. Dennis Moore routinely finds victory lane. Not a problem here tonight for the 44.
He'll be the 4th winner. It'll be his 4th win of the season, the most of anybody. The man that's P1 for the road to the championship before the playoffs picks up another win. Flag to flag, green to checker, free at Auto Club. Dennis Moore wins here at the end of 200 miles. Devin West will finish 2nd when they race each other back in May when it was a caution-free event at Michigan. Devin West beat Dennis Moore. We flip-flopped that tonight in a race that lasted 1 hour and 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Dennis Moore picks up the victory, and for the only time tonight, Jeremy, we will prepare for the only entertainment, I guess, of crashing and destruction. All that, our Northwest high five salute. It is about to go down for the celebratory moments of the number 44 of Dennis Moore for Win Racing.
Burn it down, man. Well earned. This victory was. Started up in the top 2, top 3, never looked back. And they're not coming. Oh, look at this synchronized spinning here. Ryan gets to him. Kevin has to reset. They came in kind of slow though, Wes. They have a lot of straightaway to work with. There we go. Tag team. Destroyed that truck.
One slam into another. And here comes the virtual demo derby of the Northwest in the squared circle. Boy, Kevin Smith took more of a shot than the winning truck did. Ha!
Childress. It's coming in hot.
Children. Today is a very special day. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Man, this is the end of it right here. Take a look at this one more time. There's a look at the results here tonight from Virtual Auto Club Speedway. Missed this racetrack. Probably one of the best races ever was the last one when Kyle Busch won back in 2022, and then they shut it down after that. Dennis Moore is the winner. Devin West will finish in second. Kevin Smith third. Ryan Bloom fourth. Tyler King top five. Dan West Jr., Christopher White, Jeff Stabnow, another solid, consistent top 10. Troy Daggett as well. Sean Breitzman came back from some handling issues earlier, Jeremy. He'll finish way back 30 seconds to the leader, but in the top 10.
11th on back, Brett Johnson, P11. 12th, Stephen Paulison. 13th, you'll find Frank Harris, and that's your last driver on the lead lap. 14th on back, 1 lap down or more, Josh Childress. 15th is Stephen Bartlett. 16th, William Fletcher. 17th, Corey Eckelbarger. 18th, Dana Rogers. 19th, Scott Hutchison, John Ottenbacher in 20th. Ray Fournier, who technically did not start, did join in as a driver, so he gets granted with 21st here of this evening.
And again, as we mentioned, the time of the race was an hour, 10 minutes. Well, Jeremy, I'll let you go, my friend. Before I let you go, your final take of here tonight. Caution-free, fast race here at Auto Club. And now we'll set our sights of ARCA at Iowa and Martinsville for the trucks next Monday.
Very typical California race. Spaced out, a couple 2 and 3 truck battles all around. A little bit of a pit strategy if you could conserve fuel for a few extra laps, and just a good race. Started off at sunset and underneath the lights completely, and it's always nice to see the talent go 0 cautions all night, so we'll take it.
There you go. That's, of course, the thoughts of friend and colleague up in the booth, Mr. Jeremy Stanley. Always a pleasure working with him. He'll be back with us for ARCA Northwest on Thursday on LSRTV. And we're going to take a break. Well, actually, not even a break, a quick music interlude. I think we've already got them in the box, ready to go. When we return, we will grab the top 3, get them off the air quickly. We'll get you set for Iowa and then Martinsville next week. Stay with us. Welcome back to coverage of the Northwest Racing Series, and Season 12 nears the playoffs tonight. Auto Club at the end of 200 miles. Another caution-free race. Win number 4 this year for the points leader, Dennis Moore. Dennis, congratulations. I'll tell you what, man, a dominant start by Win Racing out of the gate. I think it was that one time you and Ryan and even Kevin Smith for that matter, and then obviously the pit stops, late race pit stops, the money stop, if you will. Devin, I think, did not take tires to fuel only, or a different tire strategy than you had. You ran him down, and you pick up a big win here, man. What's it mean to win here in this race, flag to flag, caution free?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Usually we're not so good here at Auto Club, but it was a good set. We worked really hard on it. At the end there, I think, I stayed out longer, so I had 5-lap pressure tires, and then Devin and Ryan, that's why I was able to run them down. They were, tires are huge here tonight, huge fall off after 10 laps. So it all worked out in the end finally for a strategy race.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, I got to ask you this question. You're number 1 in the points on the road to the playoffs. It's just a few short weeks away, a month away, less than a month away. Are you thinking a championship for the season to cap off a year you've had, Dennis?
Yeah, I think that's what everybody's looking for. This is the first year that I won't be out of town for the championship race, so hopefully I make it to the Final Four. You know, it's always tough trying to get through the 3 rounds of playoffs. You never know what's going to happen. You could have a random disconnect or your wheel will disconnect. I think my pedal stuck last year, wide open, so I ran out of gas. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the playoffs. It should be fun.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, man, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I got to thank you guys at LSRTV, everybody in the league, especially the admins, Sean and Jeff, Ryan, Kevin, everybody at Win Racing. Rudy is our new teammate. Got to thank him too. We'll talk to you guys next week. Should be fun at Martinsville. Probably caution filled, but it'll be a good time anyway.
It should be a good one, no doubt about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dennis Moore, by the way, picks up his 4th win this year. I mentioned that earlier. And for Dennis Moore in career start number 172 tonight, it is also his 19th career win, 77th top 5, 119th top 10 in Northwest competition. If you are a stat guy keeping up with the info like I am. Let's grab now the man that finishes in the number 2 spot, Devin West. Devin West will finish 2nd. And ironically, Devin, you beat Dennis at a track similar to this at Michigan back in May, but kind of flip-flops it tonight. 3 wins on the year. I know you were looking for win number 4. What's your take of today's event, sir?
That was a pretty good race. I mean, obviously going green, white, checkered was kind of what I was expecting. And so I just knew right from the get-go that it was going to be all about just how fast you can run 100 laps. I thought the set was actually really good. I was definitely surprised by how much of a tire deficit. I thought I could stay out or pit a little earlier. I thought I'd be okay. I knew Dennis would get there eventually, but I thought I'd have about 8 laps left. And he just smoked me, so I really don't know what I was doing. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good race. I definitely enjoyed being up front with those guys, kind of seeing what we had, so I enjoyed it.
Do you feel like if there wouldn't have been cautions, or if there would have been cautions, do you feel like that would have changed the scenario and maybe put things in your favor?
I don't know, a favor. I mean, it definitely would change it, obviously. I think I would have had a better chance at maybe making something happen. I think this was just all about set, and kind of when you pitted made a difference, but I also felt like I had to pit early just to try to stay in front of those guys. And so there wasn't a ton I could do. Where obviously there was a caution, I could just go full throttle and just try to make something crazy happen, right? So I think it's a good race though. I enjoyed the go green white checkered. I think it just lets the best driver and the best set win, and I always kind of enjoy that. So.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, man, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you on Thursday, Northwest Arca, Iowa. That'll be a fun one.
That should be a great race. Hopefully everybody shows up for that, and definitely want to watch that one. So it should be fun. Yeah, obviously LSRTV up in the booth. You guys do a great job. Team LSRTV, Jeff, Brett, Sean, Dad, John, and not only they're responsible for the set tonight and every other night, but this make this a blast to do every single week. So shout out to them, and then my sponsors, Effective Web Solutions, Motorsports Distributing, and Kenny System Hardwood.
For Devin West, again, it is his. He's got 3 wins this year. This will now make 9 top 5s, and of course, in addition to that, 10 top 10s counting tonight. Overall, Devin West just had his 200th career start at the All-Star race a couple of weeks ago. Or last week for that matter, at Charlotte. Career start number 202 for him tonight. 36 wins, 120 top 5s, and tonight will make his 147 top 10 for the driver out of Shelton, Washington. Finally, Kevin Smith. Kevin, been a while since we've chatted with one another, man. Starting to slowly climb up the scoring pylon, staying in the hunt on the road to the playoffs, and climbing 2 spots tonight, man. But looking for that first win, but a very good run tonight, I believe, in the 00. Your take of tonight here at Auto Club.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was a good run for our team across the board. I feel like all 3 of us ran good. That's just a testament to the quality of sets that our team puts out, and Ryan and Dennis do a hell of a lot of work on these sets, and I'm just lucky enough to be able to drive them. So yeah, no, I mean a great team night for Win Racing.
By the way, Kevin, I do want to say congratulations are, though, in order. You were the Roval race winner in Charlotte last week. We didn't get a chance to talk to you because I know you quickly transferred from one server into the big Speedway server. But I got to ask you, man, what was your take of the format for the All-Star race last week? And obviously being in the hunt to possibly had win the darn thing if you wouldn't have got wrecked out in the big race on the back stretch, but on the big track at Charlotte. But obviously just an overall synopsis of how your season's going for you.
Yeah, no, just a reminder. I mean, we were here in this booth after Darlington too, so it's been a couple of, Darlington, and then obviously the Oval.
Yes.
It's been a, it's just when I could put time in and practice with these sets. I mean, they're so darn fast. I could have decent results, and I've just been putting a little more time, so the results are starting to show a little bit, and had a little better luck on track, and because it takes that too. So no, I'm happy. I'm happy with how things are rounding out here towards going towards the playoffs. I've got a couple tracks coming up that I really like, and hopefully we can solidify our spot there in the playoffs and make a good run for it.
Well, Kevin, before we let you go, man, please thank your sponsors. Win Racing, a good solid day, caution-free event, and great competition. You guys making a push to the stretch to the playoffs.
Yeah, I just want to thank my teammates, Win Racing, Ryan Dennis, our new teammate Rudy. He came in huge this week. Bond Speed Shop. Our sets are just super fast. Want to thank you guys at LSRTV always. This is just a great environment to be a part of, and just a great production that you guys put on. Always fun watching that stuff back. And then just a great series. I just want to thank the drivers in the series and the teams in the series, and Jeff and Sean. It's just a lot of fun to come out here and do this every week, and it's super competitive. And I just want to thank the guys in the series. Appreciate it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the thoughts of Mr. Kevin Smith. At Night's End for Kevin Smith, career start number 234. 9 wins in the Northwest, including 47 top 5s and 97 top 10s, heading towards the road to 100 top 10s. And, of course, that'll wrap it up here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. Don't forget, ARCA Northwest will be back in action this Thursday night. Of course, LSRTV CRN with the coverage at 11 o'clock with Jeremy and myself. As always, for everybody at the Northwest Racing Series, John Odenbacher, Sean Brightsman, Jeff Stabnow, everybody on the board. For Charles Wooten punching the buttons in the broadcast. For Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Good night. Congratulations. Dennis Moore dominates caution-free here at Auto Club. Good evening.